And there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Raiders going up against the Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The play clock's running down. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play clock winding down. Prescott now. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
When I watch Khalil Mack play, I just see fury, passion, and incredible athleticism. This guy can flat out play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. shotgun now for Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From midfield, here's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back, what do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it, right?
It's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So, Brandon, this is just basic football right here because we're getting right down to it. Toss sweep. So for the offense, you're often pulling linemen to get out ahead of your blocker. And if you're the defensive guys, either you meet them with force or you get up underneath them with speed in order to try and finish off the play.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott throwing left side. It's complete. And he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going right side here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. 2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malcolm Smith from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. for Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
4th down, Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 17 yards on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Tywod Jones on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to air one out. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Flush to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing his car on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here we go on fourth down with Carr. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. An incredible play there on fourth down. 48 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. On first and 10, here's Carr. And his pass incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Carr turns, hands to Murray. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. And they're going to speed things up here. On third down, Murray. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They come out here in the eye. They go back to the air here after the INT. Complete to Gavin Escobar, the tight end. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now Jones. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, power ball. I mean, I don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 84 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big pickup there on the run. 35 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 46 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Carr, he's going to let it go again. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come up in an offset eye. Prescott on first down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come out here in the eye. On the sneak, it's Prescott. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Prescott to throw this time. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bryce Butler from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bark.
It's caught inside the 25. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
And this is going to be incomplete. Back now in Arlington. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
The play clock's running down. Again, it's Elliott. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Ten yards to go on 3rd. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. It's Williams. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The give is to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Prescott now on 2nd down. Man open left side. It's Williams. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. No, not good here. Their field general is still down, and that would not bode well for this offense if he's unable to continue. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's the backup Romo. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, 29 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Prescott now, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They've got tight left, one tight end, one tight end. Key to tight end. We ready? Wide and yank! Wide and yank!
1
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Surveying the field. He sets to... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get loaded in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A big gain there on 3rd and 2. 33 yards.
Come on, let's go.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Well, Prescott here to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
They'll run with Elliott, fighting through. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help and run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. And pretty much...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carr intercepted by Brandon Carr.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tackle...